The soft murmur of spinning machines fills the air, punctuated by the occasional clink of change slipping into a slot. You step into the laundromat realm, a curious world where piles of socks lie scattered like forgotten dreams, threads frayed and colors faded under the glow of buzzing fluorescent lights. The scent of detergent mingles with the faint trace of fabric softener, weaving an atmosphere both mundane and magical. Around you, socks gather in small clusters, their mismatched partners lost to unseen worlds. They shuffle and sway, pulling at worn seams and whispering in a language made of fabric creases and faint stretches. Each pair carries stories of travels and tumbles, of warm feet and quiet mornings, aching for reunion yet wary of the paths ahead. You watch as a striped sock raises a frayed toe, signaling the start of negotiations. A dance of intention and hope played out in gentle tugs and exchanged glances. These are moments filled with yearning, delicate as the thin threads that hold them together. The socks bargain for second chances, for the chance to find balance and warmth once more. As the dryer hums its steady rhythm, you sense that this realm is less about loss and more about transformation. A space where separation sparks connection, and absence weaves new forms of belonging. The sock's restless movements trace old patterns anew, crafting a tapestry of longing stitched with quiet humor and tender resolve. You step softly, the chill of the linoleum floor grounding you amid the swirling hopes and faded hues. In this curious summit, even the smallest threads hold the power to mend what was once lost, inviting you into a subtle dance of reunion and renewal. A faint rustle stirs the air as threads loosen and socks shift atop piles weathered by countless washes. The scent of damp cotton and waxy dryer sheets lingers, wrapping the laundromat realm in a melancholic haze, a place where remnants of journeys past murmur in a delicate chorus. You move quietly among the scattered heaps, each sock a soft echo of feet gone missing, steps untraced. Colors once vibrant now fade beneath the gentle weight of time. Stripes and polka dots blur as if dipped in forgotten dreams. Some socks lie twisted, tangled with others they barely remember, while a few stand alone, their fabric frayed but determined, pulsing faintly with the hope of reunion. They are ghosts of warmth and laughter, carriers of quiet stories folded into every stitch. As you watch, a muted hum rises, a rhythm born not from the machines, but from the collective yearning of these lost fragments. They whisper their tales through soft twitches and subtle twines, negotiating the delicate politics of return and belonging. Every thread pulled is a question, every knot tied a promise, as the socks navigate the fragile dance between longing and surrender. The laundromat becomes a realm of fragile hope and quiet resilience, where absence deepens meaning and separation binds stronger connections. You feel yourself drawn into this intimate ritual, understanding that in this scattered chaos lies a gentle wisdom about loss and the persistent yearning to be mended. Pausing, you breathe in the cool air, savoring the bittersweet melody of what was lost and what might be found. Here, among the echoes of the discarded, you glimpse the tender power of reunions waiting quietly to be woven anew. A gentle murmur rises as socks gather beneath the flickering glow of the laundromat's ceiling lights, their soft fabric rustling like leaves in a low autumn breeze. You stand amid the swirling heaps, the scent of damp cotton and detergent folding into the air, an atmosphere charged with quiet urgency. Around you, the socks assemble with purpose, their threads tugging and intertwining as if weaving the first lines of a treaty. The council convenes not with voices, but through subtle movements, a wave of a curled toe, the rhythmic sway of patterned fabric, the delicate pull of a thread tugged in agreement. Here, decisions are crafted in the language of texture and tension, dialogue stitched from the frayed edges of hope and recall. Each sock carries a story of loss and longing, and together they seek a path toward reunion. Among them, banners of stripes and polka dots flutter softly, symbols of allegiance and shared journeys. Some socks bear the scars of long separations, others shimmer faintly with the promise of matches yet to be found. The air hums with the tentative possibility that bonds once broken can be rewoven, a fragile grace threading through the assembly. You breathe deeply, the cool linoleum cool beneath your feet grounding you amid the unfolding deliberations. This gathering is more than a negotiation. It is a testament to resilience, a dance of patience and persistence that defies the odds of isolation. The council's quiet power weaves through you, a reminder that even in loss, connection is possible. As the rustle of fabric grows into a shared rhythm, you feel yourself wrapped in the delicate hope of what this summit might bring, a promise that, somewhere among these humble threads, reunion awaits. A soft rustling fills the air as socks shift and stretch beneath the flickering glow of faded fluorescent lights. The laundromat's hum settles into the background, replaced by a quiet tension that weaves through the gathered threads. You watch as pairs form and unravel, their fabric edges brushing in hesitant contact, exchanging silent promises and cautious hopes. The negotiation begins, not with voice but with subtle movements. A tug here, a gentle pull there. Patterns and colors mingle as socks seek balance and understanding, gauging which losses can be shared, which alliances offer the best chance at reunion. Each interaction holds weight, the delicate dance of trust unraveling and reforging old bonds. A striped sock leans toward a faded polka dot, its threadbare heel reaching out like an olive branch. Nearby, a stubborn argyle twists away, wary but listening, caught between belonging and solitude. The air vibrates with the energy of these fragile connections, where every stitch matters and every compromise ripples through the fabric. You sense the stakes threading through their actions. These are not mere exchanges, but acts of hope and survival. The socks negotiate not just for pairs, but for acknowledgement of what has been lost and the possibility of new patterns emerging. The process is slow and deliberate, a tapestry of careful gestures and quiet agreements. As the rhythm of negotiation settles around you, a tender insight takes root. In this realm of faded colors and frayed threads, reunion is built not on certainty, but on the willingness to reach across the gaps, weaving threads of connection with patience and courage. You take a breath and lean in, drawn by the unfolding story of resilience stitched between the layers of fabric and time. A hush settles over the laundromat realm as socks pause their restless motions, fabric edges stilling beneath the flickering neon glow. The scent of softened cotton lingers, mingling with the faint warmth of recent tumbling. Around you, the scattered threads gather, forming circles that ripple with tentative agreements and shared understanding. The temporary truce unfolds not with words but with gentle shifts, a toe curling back hesitantly, a heel resting lightly against another's threadbare cuff. In this fleeting calm, old grievances dissolve into mutual need, and the tangled web of past claims loosens for a breath. It is a fragile peace born from recognition of limits and hopes intertwined. Clusters of socks settle into quiet accord, their colors mingling like soft brushstrokes on fabric canvases. The faded stripe reaches out to cloak a lonely polka dot, while a bold argyle stands guard over a frayed ankle, each guarding what remains precious even as they prepare to part. The air hums with the delicate balance of trust and caution, an unspoken promise that this peace, though brief, holds space for rebuilding. You breathe in the muted rhythm of truce, sensing the whispered fragility beneath the calm. This moment is not an end, but a passage, a necessary pause in the ongoing dance of belonging and loss. It carries the weight of what was relinquished and the hope threading through every stitch for what still might be woven. As the pairs linger in soft accord, the subtle warmth of possibility seeps in, wrapping around the scattered threads and holding them close for just a little longer. In this quiet fold of time, you glimpse the resilience of connection, ever fragile, ever steadfast. The warm hum of tumbling clothes wraps around you like a gentle embrace, the dryer's soft rhythm pulsing in time with your breath. You step forward into the swirling haze of heat and worn cotton, where colors blur and edges soften beneath the spinning drum's tireless motion. In this misted glow, the scattered socks, threads frayed and colors faded, begin their slow return, drawn by a force older than memory. As you watch, the lone footings and hesitant pairs slip closer, their fabric brushing like whispered apologies and cautious greetings. The dryer becomes a vessel of transformation, spinning fractured fragments into new patterns, knitting separation into reunion. Each rotation folds stories together, moments of loss and hope interlaced, woven anew in fragile but determined bonds. A faint scent of warmth and fresh linen swirls through the air, grounding the transformation unfolding before you. The socks, once scattered and adrift, find solace in movement, their threads tracing arcs that speak of belonging and return. The swirling chaos calms, replaced by shared rhythm and steady motion, a dance not of endings, but of becoming. Your fingers brush a softened heel, feeling the gentle resilience beneath the surface, an unspoken vow etched into every fiber. In this spinning world, absence is met with presence, and what was lost folds quietly into what will be reclaimed. It is a slow and patient magic, subtle but profound. You breathe deeply, held in the warmth of this returning tide, a gentle reminder that even the most frayed threads carry the promise of mending, and that home is often found in the turning of cycles, in the quiet spin of second chances. Subscribe to hear the next chapter first.